This is problem 7 from the Exam 4 review sheet. The physician prescribes Aldomet, methyl-dopa HCl, 500 milligrams at a concentration of 100 milligrams per 10 milliliters of D5W to be given over 30 minutes. Calculate the flow rate in milliliters per hour. So we want to end up knowing how many milliliters per hour is the infusion rate. Now, do we know how many milliliters the patient is supposed to receive? We don't have the total number of milliliters, do we? We know the patient is supposed to get a certain amount of the solid drug, 500 milligrams of the Aldomet. So we know the patient is to receive 500 milligrams of the solid drug. But we're going to be administering it as a liquid and infusing it. So we need something that relates the solid drug to a liquid. Well, we have that, don't we? The concentration of the drug is 100 milligrams per 10 milliliters of D5W. So couldn't we set up this conversion fraction, which would then tell us, if we finished this arithmetic right here, that would tell us how many milliliters of the liquid drug the patient should receive, so that they would be getting 500 milligrams of the solid drug. Our conversion fraction we used there was that 10 milliliters contains 100 milligrams of the drug. Well, now we would know 10 over 100, when we would multiply that by 500, we would know how many milliliters, the patient was to receive. Now, do we have a time factor? Well, yes, that patient was supposed to get the 500 milligrams in how much time? Well, over 30 minutes. So we actually could include the 30 minutes here in the denominator, because the patient is supposed to receive 500 milligrams of the dry drug, the solid drug, in 30 minutes time. So now we would know how many milliliters per minute, if we did this arithmetic, that the patient should receive. But we want to know milliliters per hour. So the only thing we need to do now is get from minutes to hours down in the denominator. And we've done that already several times. In the reverse, we've gone from hours to minutes. Now we need to go from minutes to hours. So what, 60 minutes is 1 hour? So the minutes will cancel. And we now know, when we do this arithmetic, how many milliliters per hour the patient should be receiving. So let's see what we can do to simplify with some canceling. Well, here's one that I see right away. 100 will go into 500. Well, 100 goes into 100 one time. 100 goes into 500 5 times. And how about 30 and 60? 30 goes into 30 one time. 30 goes into 60 2 times. And now we have nothing but ones in the denominator, so all we have to do is multiply what's in the numerator. 5 times 10 is 50. 50 times 2, the flow rate is 100 milliliters per hour.